I worked in construction for 7 years in an oil refinery and also on the street doing heavy highway. In today's times, a lot of women say that they want equality and they can do things that men can do. They want fairness. But I want you to look at some of the things that actual men have to go through in order to make the world peaceful and make it comfortable for women and children to live in. Because I think that in today's time, a lot of that stuff is getting overlooked and men are actually being disrespected in the things that actual men had to do. There's not equality because a lot of things that women say that they would do, they would never take these type of jobs in order to sustain the world that we live in. Let's check some of this stuff out and I'll come right back.
His hand gets caught on load as he holds on for dear life.
Oh my God, hang on!
Hang on! Just let your heart out fall, bro!
Oh my God, how the fuck did this happen? Holy fucking Jesus Christ. Is there a swamper there? Like somebody tell him to stop now before he gets crushed by this fucking...
Stop!
Don't tell me yet.
Stop!
No, don't tell me. Oh my fucking God.
Look, man! Oh, fuck, bro.
Look at this SUV skidding out of control on 264, crashing into the concrete barrier, flipping over several times. Tires and debris are seen flying in the air. The SUV landing on the driver's side.
I heard the skid and looked up, and I saw just the bottom of the truck coming at me, and parts started flying and hit me, and I just hit the ground.
Now look closer at something you probably didn't see. The SUV just misses a VDOT employee working on the highway. The Pathfinder bounces off the median. With no time to lose, Bunky Johnson is ducking for cover.
It's just good reflexes, I guess.
I would say so. The driver is okay too. 29-year-old Brandon Shoebridge hit a puddle on the road.
A lot goes through your head all at once. I was really more concerned about being able to see my daughter and my wife again more than anything else.
And right now we're hearing from workers who were part of a terrible accident here at a construction site. This happening near downtown Miami. Local 10 News reporter Amy Viteri has a new view of exactly what happened.
Tonight, colleagues are telling me at least one of those injured workers was placed on a ventilator and is in very serious condition. Meanwhile, OSHA confirms they are investigating what caused this terrible accident.
A horrific scene at a Brickell construction site. One worker's leg painfully trapped as others try to free him. Down below, another man yelling out after steel rods suddenly came crashing down onto them Wednesday.
A bundle of rebar that was being transported from the ground level onto a higher level where the construction was taking place had a malfunction.
What caused that malfunction is now the subject of an investigation. We're told a crane was moving that rebar into place when it suddenly came loose, falling onto and hurting 6 workers below. The company working on the project, Civic Construction, saying in a statement on social media, a steel cage came loose as it was being flown by the tower crane.
It trapped 3 of them and one was able to self-extricate. The other 2 construction workers were actually impaled within the rebar.
The bars pierced 2 men in the torso. They were still conscious when crews were able to get them out and rush them to Ryder Trauma Center. The workers had been on site since 8 a.m. Wednesday, building a new office tower in Brickell Plaza. Work at the site now halted as investigators try to learn what went wrong.
Sources tell me several of the workers were expecting to make statements to investigators today. Meanwhile, the wife of one of those men who was badly injured apparently telling friends she has been unable to see him because of restrictions due to COVID-19. Reporting at Jackson Memorial Hospital, Amy Viteri, Local 10 News.
As you can see, I worked in the oil refineries, the Sunoco refinery here in Philadelphia. I worked on benzene units. I worked on acid units where we had to wear rubber suits, rubber face masks. If you were so happen to unfortunately get acid on you, they had to throw you into this machine and wash your body with all kinds of chemicals to hurry up and get the acid off of you. But you had to wear rubber suits. I worked on nitrogen units where we had to walk with masks on because if the nitrogen gets into your system, it kills you immediately. It shuts off all the oxygen and you suffocate to death. I worked in these places. I worked up on those high rises, way up in the air as a fire watch for steam fitters and pipe fitters as they would go in and repair the machines at these oil refineries. Sometimes it's 2 and 3 degrees in these places. I worked in these places. When I worked in these places, there was not a woman in sight on the units. The women worked inside doing the secretary work. They didn't come out on the ground and do this groundwork because it was too dangerous. And I'll be honest with you, as a man, as a protector, I wouldn't even want women out there in a lot of those places that we had to work. Now I hear a lot of people doing a lot of talking, but for the most part, in those lumber yards, chopping trees, doing all the hard work, you don't really see women doing that kind of work. You may see a few far in between, some, but in the free world today where we're free, you don't see women out there really doing this work. A lot of us do a lot of talking, but there's those of us out here that's actually on the ground doing the work that can give you insight as to who's there and who's not. And we all have roles in the society. And men are builders and problem solvers. We build the societies that women live in. And that's okay. And it's not male chauvinist to say that or disrespecting women. Women have a role. And we are builders by nature. We naturally walk around with 50-pound cement bags on our shoulders and wheelbarrows pushing them up hills to build things, to get things done. We're naturally digging holes in the ground in a heavy highway, preparing for buildings to be built. We're naturally putting rebar down for buildings to be built. So as a union laborer in construction society, I work with the plumbers. I work with all of the different outfits. And there's not too many women there doing those jobs. So in these spaces, when people are talking, a lot of times I just laugh, man. Because as we go along, pushing into the future, you're not going to have women in these places. So there's no, that talk of real equality and we're equal and we can do all those things. We're equal in certain aspects, but as far as building societies and understanding how societies work, we never will be. And that's just my opinion. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.